so glad you could join me here today. I'm finally back here filming a video that's finally pre-recorded. I noticed everything has been going down, whether it's viewership, subscribers, shares, likes, all that has been going down. So I thought we could get back to pre-recorded and quicker videos. So I have a 16 by 20 inch canvas pre-stretched double primed, and I add a thin layer of liquid white. I have the same colors on my palette, starting with my titanium white all the way to cadmium yellow. While they're running that, I already explained what I have, so let's just get started with today's painting. I thought today we can do a nice little campsite. You know, when you go camping and just have fun with your friends and family. Okay, so just tapping in phthalo blue on both sides of your brush. Make sure you tap an even distribution of paint. Let's come up here and just doing crisscross strokes. There. Let it arrive to the other side and load up more paint on your brush. You load up as much as necessary. Let's come up here. There we are. Okay. Just let the paint kind of blend out. There. I hope I have a chance pretty soon to paint on a black canvas. Those are really fun to do. Haven't done that in a while. Now have I? Okay. Now, I can tell the light's a little too strong, so I'm gonna just lower it a bit. Hopefully that helps get rid of the lines across the screen a bit. I try to adjust so it can help you guys watch the video more comfortable. Like the palette, I sanded it down so it has no glare. That's the only thing different from mine to yours. I did the same thing Bob Ross did to his palette. He sanded his down completely. I sanded mine down. A little bit of alizarin crimson to my phthalo blue, just to darken up that color. Mostly blue though. There. There we are. Tap in some more paint. There we go. Still haven't learned all the tips and tricks to produce higher quality videos. I see different artists doing it, but I can't wrap myself around those things. There. Nice little sky right around there. And just go across ever so lightly. Just like that. You have yourself a nice little sky. Now, let me go ahead and let's add in a cloud before I forget. So we're going to go into a touch of alizarin crimson, very small, on my fan brush. And we're going to pull it through titanium white. Pull both sides full of paint. Now, let's come up here. Let's decide where our cloud lives. Maybe our cloud does not. It lives right here. There. And just don't let your brush stop moving. That's the only rule with cloud making. There. There we are. And just block in. Nice little cloud right there. Now, let's blend out the base with the top corner of the brush and just blending out the bottom of the cloud. There we are. Now lift up, kind of at a circular angle. Couple hairs. And just go across ever so lightly. Maybe. Just maybe. we have a couple little clouds out here. Okay, and very lightly you can blend out whatever you don't want. Now let's go ahead, let's get creative today. So let me go ahead and grab a little bit of mountain mixture and some sap green with that, just to get a nice dark color. Now I'm going to go ahead, grab a 2-inch, clean dried 2-inch, and just put a silhouette of where I want my grass and my other stuff to start and end. So maybe it just goes like this. There. Nothing crazy. Tap into more paint, and maybe I want some to go right over here. There. Just the basics. Now, let me go ahead and let me add in some alizarin crimson to my sap green and black color. Just mix it up on my palette to give me a nice little brown color. So just mix up. Now, let's go ahead, let's tap it, and maybe just right here, we're gonna have a subtle indication of some dirt. This reminds me when you go camping, you see that little pathway. Okay, there we are. Okay, now let me clear up a space on my palette. Even with this, how I say it all the time, even with this big palette, I run out of space. So let me mix up a good pile of paint. Let me grab green and a little bit of midnight black. Mountain mixture. Any black would work. The point is just to get it dark. All I care about is getting that green darker. Hey, what the heck? Let's add in a little crimson. That'll darken it up. Make it less vibrant. Look how dark that green we got. Now, let's come up here and just load that paint into my 2-inch. Tap both sides of the bristles. And let's come up here and just decide where things start to happen. There we are. Just blocking in. Now it has to be dark. There we are. There. You know what? Maybe this one comes out a bit more. Load up your brush. And I'm just gonna block it in here really. There. Just stapling on really the basic. Something I don't really care too much about. Okay, now let me go ahead, load up my brush again, and let's come up here and just decide where the previous lighter color was simply there just to let me know where I'm going to highlight, well, not highlight, where I'm going to place things simply. It was simply my outline. There. And right now, if you're still like, I can't really see it much, when you're done highlighting, it'll show up the most. So if it doesn't look good by highlighting, that's when a little worry would come to me. But you can fix anything, so there's no problem. That's why I don't worry too much. Painting should be a distressor, not a stressor. Maybe right here. Shoom. There. And maybe with the corner of the brush, just tapping in a couple shrubs that live out there. Who knows? Now, let me pile up that paint so I don't have a big mess going on with my palette. And let me just tap in a little bit of that color with cadmium yellow. Just good old cadmium yellow. Tap both sides of my brush full of paint. And let's come up here and just tap in a nice highlight. There. There we are. There. So just loading up my brush and just firing back at it. There. Isn't this so easy? It's not complicated whatsoever. There we are. Okay. Just kind of letting that paint blend because the light is over here and it starts to get more and more darker. There. Just a little bit. Not adding on too much light. Okay. Now, I want to go into almost pure cadmium yellow. And what the heck, let's add in a little bit of white. So white, cadmium yellow. Just a very light color. And let's come up here and just add in a few extra highlights. Just a couple. Don't want to overdo it. Okay. Now, let's go ahead. We already have one side of the land. Let's finish that. So just load up your brush. It's all about loading the brush up. If you mess it up from there, then everything won't come out how you want it to. Comes down to the way you load your brush. If you have enough paint or not. There. There we are. Let's add in a couple sparklers. Just here and there. There. And then that angle fall. Falls at an angle. Let me grab a little bit of sap green and just change up the color a bit. Let's come up here. There. There we are. Okay. A little more sap green and my cadmium yellow. Just load up your brush. You can change the values, but make sure your brush is fully loaded before going onto your canvas. You can change the values all you want. That's not a problem. The problem is when you try to paint without paint. You gotta have enough paint to do something. Light would hit it over here. There we are. So then we go into cadmium yellow. As to do a couple sparklers. So over here, just a couple would hit and it kind of fades off. Over here, a couple. Wherever you think the light would truly hit. There. So think about lighting here. There we are. Okay. We'll blend everything right together in a moment. Let's add Alizarin Crimson to my dark sap green. Let me just clean this off real quick. There. I want a nice dark brown to use as shadows. Okay. Almost done mixing up the paint. Now, let me come up with my good old number 3 fan brush. Load up that brush. And let's come up here and just decide where the shadows would be. Now, I think painting looks the best when it's a combination of different styles. That's just me. There would be light hitting over here, so not too much. So, what I mean by combination is instead of just doing pure brush strokes or pure palette knife work, doing a little hybrid of both will look nice because it balances everything out. There. Just doing a little bit of shadows with the brush. There we are. Shadows would definitely be up here. Just a little bit. So, let me grab a little bit of that brown color and add some white into there. Cut a roll of paint. And all I'm going to do is lightly, very lightly, just dazzle on a little bit of sunlight, a little bit of light shining through there. There. Just adding more white. Okay. I'm going to blend it out a bit. There. There we are. Okay. Now, let me go ahead and grab a nice, soft, this is a brush I use to add in my shadows for the dirt. Lightly tap off the paint and ever so lightly, very lightly, just diffuse it a bit. I don't want to destroy it. I'm just trying to diffuse it. There. That's good. Okay. I'm going to raise the light up a bit. Hopefully that doesn't bother you guys. Um, I think some extra light would hit over here. I just had my instinct tell me put some right there, and maybe a little bit here, and just I'm just gonna work in little extra. Gotta have those right angles. There we go. Just tapping off the extra paint because I don't want it to be too bright. Beat the brush. That also helps with getting rid of the extra paint. And just slightly tap it just to blend it out. There we are. I just want it as a couple extra lights, not everything. Okay, so now let's go ahead and we're gonna go with that dark brown color. Let's decide. There it lives. There. A tree lives here now. Load up my brush once again. There. Just give it a couple branches. And let me add a little bit of sap green to that brown. Just a little bit more sap green. I want that brown to the green side. And just block in what looks to be crazy leaves. But once it comes together, shouldn't be that crazy. Or maybe it will. Who knows? I'm just another painter. What should I know? There. And I'm going to load up my brush, my 2-inch brush, with cadmium yellow. Now, it's mostly loaded on one side, so I'm going to use that side to highlight the tree just by using that corner. People have to really learn how to use the corner of the brushes. People don't know how to manipulate that. Now, some people are better at me. I'm not going to try to hide that fact. Some people are better at me doing it because they could do it quicker. But I learned how to do it. Just takes me a little extra time, but I can still do it. And I'm gonna just go into a little bit of mountain mixture to darken up my color and use it as shadows. Just a couple shadows that are built up. There. Maybe something like so. Now, I did say I wanted a bush in the path. So, all I'm going to do is use that corner again. There. There we are. Okay. And let me just blend out a bit. There. Now, let's go ahead and let's go into our light brown color and just very lightly, just a couple little light source, and I'm gonna blend it out with the brush, just not yet. There. Boop, 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 boop. And then let's go into a little bit of dark brown with a little touch of white, just a little. Boop, boop, boop. There. There we are. And lightly, ever so lightly, I'm just gonna blend it out. Very gentle. Again, don't want to destroy it. Just want to kind of just soften things up and just fix up that little base. Now, maybe on the other side there's a tree. Or you know what? No, not on the other side. Maybe this side. There. It's just nice little tree. A little bit of black in there. Add in a few little limbs. There. And then maybe add in small bush, not too much detail. I'm gonna do it with the fan brush. With the 2-inch brush right now. So I'm going to pile up my light brown color. Let me just clear up this area. A little bit of white. And just load up some color. There. And just tap down. Tap or slide down. And just getting that. And lastly, just by using the corner of the brush, these are not the most detailed bushes, they're just bushes. And we can scratch in a couple sticks and twigs into our bush, and we can call it a day. I really hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed the painting. I hope you try this painting out. If you do, send me a photo. I would love to see what you guys are up to. Until next time, I like to wish each and every one of you the best of luck, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, my friend. Goodbye.